are offering a selection of short courses, but also part-time courses and a full-year diploma. We are very different from any other schools around the block because we are very international, but we are also very practical. Students are brought to the building sites. They meet with contractors. They're taught by, working professionals. So we share their mistakes with them. But they're also exposed to a whole bunch of international teachers coming from London, coming from Paris, coming from New York, and giving them a really broad exposure to what interior design is really about. Tailored our course just to make sure that we could, target the needs of the industry. So when you leave the school, you can basically tick all the boxes, and when you go on your interview, you could say, actually, I know what you want and I'm prepared to give it to you. All the teaching is done revolving around real life case studies that are brought to the school by the industry. So it could be a hotel, it could be a retail chain, it could be a property developer. So it's basically for each of these projects, the students are going to meet with the client, interview the client, work for 2, 3, or 4 weeks depending on the project, and then they will present the project to the client, basically covering the full spectrum and the full pictures, from creativity to budget, to meeting with clients, to verbal presentation, to knowing about history of art, history of furniture, because again, this is a field that is not taught at all. And we've got so many links with the industry that, chances are that if you're good and your marks are sufficient, you're going to find a really easily an internship thanks to our in-house team at the end of your diploma, and possibly your job.
I'm the head of the FF&E department here at Insight School of Interior Design, and I teach the part of the diploma and certificate course that involves everything to do with materials and furnishings. And I think this part of the course is quite unique because there are no other schools in Hong Kong or in Asia that really do teach students about the materials that they use. So here at Insight we teach students about all of the materials that they get to use, things like stone, timber, glass, mirror, stingray, straw marquetry, all of the different types of textiles, and how you get to use that as a designer to make your designs beautiful. So we teach them what to do, what not to do, where you can use certain things, what are better for residential projects compared to commercial projects. And we give them practical examples, what mistakes not to make. Generally, the feedback that we get from students is that they've had fun, but they've really learnt quite a lot, and they had no idea that there was so much out there that they could work with. When we go through the certificate and the diploma courses, the students actually have a project that they work on. So it's a very specific, very hands-on, industry-based project that they're working on. So they're learning about space planning and all of the other aspects of interior design, but the sessions that I have with them, we look at materials specific to that project. So it's very much a real-life situation that they're learning from. So we sit down together and put a material board together. They're actually understanding not just the design process, but also how to present to their client, because it doesn't matter how great a designer you are if you can't actually present that to a client and have your vision communicated correctly.